Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I created Magic and Miracles with one purpose only. I really wanted to help. I created my original channel. You can check it out down below. My predecessor channel I've had for 3 years for technological reasons. After being bombarded by haters, I had to leave some 22,000 subscribers behind. It's a really long, unpleasant story. At some point, I will update everybody. I know everybody wants to know, and people are asking me questions. When I am at liberty to comment on everything, I think you kind of understand, kind of sort of what happened. But essentially, that channel, I needed to leave it behind because basically I wanted to start fresh with fresh new energy and to really inspire everybody, myself included. And this channel right here, big thumbs up and big subscribe, contains like a whole other energy. I meditated on it. I did my energy work, which I teach um in my college, in my coaching. And it has this potent reincarnated version that is really powerful, may I say. The energy that I'm feeling lately, just with my own quantum leap that I was discussing in one of the audios, the really long one, how to quantum leap and live your scripted fairy tale, or something to that effect. And there's a lot of really potent energy coming through, and I'm getting downloads like fucking crazy. So I thought to myself, how can I basically share these downloads? Because the truth is, I get them daily. And I thought of going live in this way because I channel best this way. And this is what really resonates right now. So before we go on, I want to tell those who are looking for a coach or looking to get coaching with me specifically, because I have a very specific personality, mind you. The way I coach is you need to first book 1 hour session, a 1 hour session during which we discuss what's going on. How can I be of service? The things that are happening in your life right now. And I ask a lot of questions in that session, wanting to even give you advice right there and then. Okay. Um, if you walk away from that session and never, coach with me again, if the advice that I gave you, you will take action on it, you will absolutely 100% succeed. Now, it's entirely up to you. The same goes for people who coach with me. I always say, listen, this is what I suggest. I can't twist your arm, obviously. It's up to you to follow through. If upon a conclusion of that session we decide we're a good match, which is another reason, why we're having the session, I really want you to feel um, good about this, excited. This is an investment for your life that you can accomplish in 2 to 3 months. I've developed a signature coaching program for people who want to achieve the most in the least amount of time. People who don't have endless, thousands of dollars. And so in 2 to 3 months on average, it's enough for somebody to go through this intense coaching program. I meet with you 3 times per week. Again, if provided you show up and you do your part, okay, you don't have to do everything exactly as I suggest. It's always a discussion. It's not a dictatorship by any stretch of the imagination. But if you do go in the direction of my suggestions, which I've been a coach for 10 years and have coached thousands of people, my signature coaching program is the amalgamation of all of those methods that are, quite frankly, infallible. Okay. It took time and a lot of, a lot of I don't want to say trial and error, but I would say downsizing from all the methods that kind of like are wishy-washy to everything that definitely works. Okay. So don't forget to sign the coaching agreement before booking the hour. Additionally, I want to make everyone aware of the two new coaching packages that are the 6 months once a week. This is the slower pace if anybody needs it, or the 12 months once a week. Okay, so if you can't, for whatever reason, accommodate 3 times per week, that's the package for you, not my preference, because I always suggest that you go on, head on collision with your old beliefs, because truth be told, that's the only way to shock the system. I'm talking about your beliefs, your negative beliefs that gotten really fucking cozy with you, so much so you do not even notice anymore. So I would definitely recommend the signature, or we could do a combination of. It depends. Also, there's a raffle, uh, Thanksgiving raffle that I'm having. It's posted on the community board. If you're curious, you can win a session with me for $10. Never done anything like that. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm just going with my inspiration as always. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of downloads, as I said, a lot of like ideas. And in this audio, we're going to talk about specifically, so I titled it kind of, scandalously, fuck up and get your SP anyway. Now, when I say fuck up, I really do not mean abuse. Okay, that's the only thing that I exclude. Um I don't think there's a comeback from abuse. Okay. I can go into this explanation. You can just go and listen to my latest audio, Why It's Not Your Job to Change Abusive People. Okay. They're there for an entirely different reason than, you know, you perhaps want to talk yourself into thinking. What I mean by fuck up is, you chased, you over explained, you overshared, I don't know, you overreacted. Even fucking up like in manifestation terms of worrying too much, and then the consequence of them blocking you or going with a third party, because I hear it all in my coaching. Okay, so that's what I mean by a fuck up. Something that unpleasant went on, and now you kind of like, you don't know how to dig yourself out of it. So I have some notes and I'm going to share my ideas with you that I've channeled. So again, provided neither of you got abusive, anything can be changed, anything can be salvaged, and any situation can be reworked in your favor. Okay, just understand that going in, that you're panicking and you're already a people pleaser and you're so down on yourself to begin with. Chances are the situation isn't as bad as you think it is. Okay, you're really kind of being your worst critic. Right now, if number one thing to understand, that if you're having relationship problems, if you're not able to get that attention, to get that love you desire, the affection, the attention, all of the things that people explain to me in the coaching, like, understand the primary reason you are in the process of criticizing yourself, really thinking low of yourself, and that gets translated into the ethers and manifests as this person repeating back to you, okay, what you're already kind of thinking. Again, the way that I teach, you're only responsible for your immediate circle. Everything else is not important. Okay. You cannot be, in that sense, responsible for everybody. So if you are your own worst critic, this is why your relationships suck, for the lack of better verbiage. You have to give that job up of being your fucking worst critic. It's not it's not producing any dividends, right? So look at what you're experiencing right now. If you're being completely honest, you've told it into existence and now it's spinning out of control. Okay. So, but just like you can spin out of control with the slightest suggestion of something not going according to plan, them telling you something opposite, this and yet, like even the slightest suggestion can set you off because you're already kind of with your mama drama panorama, which we process in my coaching. Forgot to tell you about the process because it was going to be too long. Okay. Trying to keep it, manageable. But now it's like the slightest thing can set you up, but if you see completely the opposite, it's like you think the whole world is over. But it isn't. You're always just remember wherever you are on the trajectory towards your manifestation, like you're always in the aftermath of the echo of the past timeline. You're always jumping. You want to call it, I mean, parallel timelines, let's just say. I think a timeline is a really drastic change where things are like radically different. That's what I would call a timeline. Parallel reality is slightly different. You're jumping, you constantly in the aftermath of the echo of the past parallel reality. There you go. So if you're looking at something that was, produced by your thoughts of worry and anxiety and overthinking and all of this. Just understand, just, if you just do not accept this role anymore of somebody who, fucked up anything or did something wrong or is down on themselves, like that reality has the momentary permission to leave. If you're beating yourself up, again, if you're attaching yourself to this energy, or I've done something wrong, something's wrong with me, I fucked up, I didn't do something right, because you're all fucking perfectionists. I know, I've coached you. Okay. This is what is not driving um, the relationship in your favor. Either you're not seeing that it's already in your favor, or it's not going in your favor because you have the tendency, perhaps right now, okay, and no judgment here, but to like literally translate everything against yourself. That's the default. The world against you kind of situation. So when you realize you don't have to do that, everything is already on your side. So instead of spinning out of control, use your muscle power in reverse. Okay. You can also spin it into control, meaning like the same muscles you utilize to start thinking all the crazy things that drive you crazy, perhaps, or the things that you I don't know, you're retelling yourself like what happened and how it happened and what they said. Forget all this. Why drive yourself crazy? It's a very expensive proposition. Why not be kinder to yourself and say, you know what, in an earthly school here. Not everything is always hunky dory. That's a completely unreasonable expectation. Okay. And you should really part with that. You're here learning in the earthly school. If you produce something that you don't like looking at, well, guess what? Tomorrow it will be yesterday's news fucking paper. Okay? It will be yesterday's newspaper. It's in fact, there it is. It just became yesterday's newspaper. Okay? You're always living in the echo of the past parallel timeline. So if you want to switch the timeline, okay, it's like this. The timeline in which you finally start translating everything in your favor, thus it turns around. You spin it into control again. Okay? Now, three questions you can ask yourself. If you're fucking panicking or you know what I mean? Doing all this stuff, like working against yourself again, right? Who am I? Who am I? Right? Who is this person who right now, like in my body? I'm the golden motherfucking Buddha, man. I'm the God. I'm part of God. I'm one with the universe, man. I have the passport to everything, provided I'm benevolent, right? That's who the fuck I am. I'm part of God. So I'm made of God and therefore of God. All right. This excludes the haters, unfortunately. I wish you well. Not for nothing. I wish you find the light in your life because it's more fun over here, you know? Anyway, so then that's who you are. Okay. The second question, what kind of energy do I embody? What kind of energy right now the God creator of my reality is embodying? Right? What kind of soup of emotions am I swimming in? Again, am I being down on myself? Am I doing that negative self-talk? Am I translating I mean, literally in my coaching, I coach people a lot with, again, the people pleasing syndrome. And they're telling me the story like something absolutely horrible happened sometimes. And sometimes it is, but sometimes it's really just not. It's just the perception of it. Just it the automatic kind of layer, the filter is there like to look at everything in a certain way, and this is true for everybody, no matter who you are. You always have a lens through which you're looking at the world. So, what kind of energy do I embody depends on how I look at the world, the kind of energy I'm bringing in right now. This is entirely, you don't need to chase them, you don't need to fucking do anything. It's an inside job. What kind of energy do I embody? It's a perfect translation. And then what is the end goal? So, what energy am I working with towards my goal? Very simple equation. Like literally, this is the most in the most simple way that I've ever explained it. Who am I? What kind of energy do I embody? What is the end goal? That's it. End of notes. Just kidding. No, there's way more notes. So when you're notice in the moment of panic, in the moment of this endless temptation to be your worst enemy, why the fuck am I doing this shit right now? Do I really want to live in that timeline, in that shitty timeline where maybe what I'm thinking right now could potentially become reality? No, I don't. Mm-mm. Nope. Or you want to translate this reality in this way because I guarantee, again, you are a people pleaser if you're on my channel. It's just what it is. And you're literally translating something that's actually completely in your favor against yourself. You don't see it that way. And then you continue sabotaging the shit out of the situation, may I say. Okay. We can go into the reasons why. I mean, most, most prevalently, people pleasers sabotage something good because they think they're protecting themselves. That's what it is. Truth be told, like on a really deep subconscious level, they cannot fucking accept that shit. So even if it's like everything is perfect, they're still finding something that it's like, oh, this is why I want to. I'm feeling unsafe. So it's the muscle, the unlearning of it, right? Unlearning of looking for drama, literally where there is none. You're so addicted to drama, you expect it. This is how you translate the world. And I've been there and I totally fucking understand. You don't even understand how much I understand. So, in particular, like, let's say whatever, it's a breakup situation, you haven't heard from them, la di da di da. Okay, if you don't know what's going on with them in the situation, it's even better. Like I always say this in my coaching sessions, you know what? It's to your fucking benefit that you don't have access to them, nothing. You get to rework the story. Whatever happened needs to be reworked in your mind, changed in your mind. The interpretation will change in their mind also. That you're feeling bad right now, okay? Again, depends on case by case, but the majority of cases, okay, the situation will turn around when it will turn around in your mind. In other words, if you're feeling bad right now about what you said or what you did or da da da, unless you were abusive, again, this is the reason why they're not coming to you and apologizing. If you're feeling bad for anything, any reason right now, this is the reason why they're not coming and apologizing to you or coming to reconnect. Even if you overchased, overshared, fucked up in the sense of manifestation, we're talking again, just done the wrong thing, it comes off as needy, and a little desperate. It's not a fucking problem. This is the main point of this kind of channeled message. It is not a problem. You did not lose face again, unless you were abusive. Okay, anybody can get angry, say a couple words they don't mean, pa pa poo, pa pa pa. Okay, it doesn't mean jack. But jack, they could have told you, I want a divorce. They could have told you, I want to date other people. They could have told you whatever the fuck. Okay, and it doesn't mean anything. They told you something here today. They're gonna change their fucking mind tomorrow. It's not them changing their mind. You're gonna go home and back to the drawing board you go, and you're gonna reconfigure it. And in my coaching, I teach people how to do it. Okay, so they can help themselves translate reality better. First of all, they're not even lying. It's not even revision. It's just like getting a real reality check. Like, hey, no, actually, everything is in my favor here. Like, I'm my worst critic. I'm making it sound in my mind. Like literally, this is the story, okay, of all people pleasers. I'm making it sound in my mind so fucking horrible, but it actually is not. Okay, so I better stop feeling bad. Let them take some of the fucking responsibility in some cases, you know? I mean, it again, case to case, it differs. But in the minute you stop feeling bad and horrible and forgive yourself, things start to move. They start to move because it ain't no way that you can be down on yourself and anything good can happen to you, first of all, or for them to change their mind. Like if you feel bad, understand, energetically, you're taking on the blame. Okay, there, I said it. Once you stop feeling bad, they can come and apologize. Feeling bad for any reason, I don't care what it is, like I said. Feeling bad for any reason, you're taking on their fucking drama. Why? It's like I have an audio on my predecessor channel, give people back their fucking bullshit. Actually, it was about a stalker too. Oh my fucking god, I had this stalker in the beginning of my career on YouTube that actually came to my house. It was fucking wild. Anyway, they ended up getting arrested. So yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm just a little old me, really into fucking inspiring people. Chill the fuck out, you know? Seriously. Oh my god, like I'm not Beatles, okay? This is crazy. Anyway, where was so in the minute you stop feeling bad, it begins. It begins. It's like the universe responds to you, okay? Oh, you love yourself now? Oh, you want good shit for yourself now? Here it is, here it is, here it is. Stop blaming yourself. Stop finding fault with yourself. Stop saying to the universe, I don't deserve it. There's something wrong with me, not the way I look, but why not you? Turn the conversation completely around. Again, oh my God, I meant to mention it and just my higher self just reminded me. You know this stand-up comedian Cat Williams, right? I'm sure everybody knows about him. He has this genius line in one of his stand-ups where he's like, you gotta be your star motherfucking player. You gotta make friends with your star motherfucking player. It's the same deal. You gotta be on your team. Otherwise, you're gonna destroy yourself. You can't operate, you can't function in that environment. Okay. So if it's not working out the way you tried, maybe you tried too hard. Okay, maybe you're trying too hard. Maybe in the 3D, maybe energetically even. Okay? So if you're trying too hard, it's going to feel hard. I know it makes perfect sense, but what I'm saying is that you don't have to. When the situation seems like it's so complex and complicated, usually is because there's an easier, more elegant, and more sophisticated way. Okay, not hammering it out with 10,000 affirmations, not sending 10,000 texts. Let's face it, we've all been there. To the I know I have in my 20s. Holy shit, bananas, man. Yeah, it has happened on occasion. So not like that. You're going to do it intelligently. You're going to do it all in your mind. All is mental. All is the mental work. You knowing this about yourself, that your weakness is that you tend to be against yourself. You need to start catching yourself. Why the fuck would I be against myself? I gotta be on my star motherfucking player. Okay? One with my star motherfucking player. That's what whose team I'm on. Rain or shine, snowflakes or butterflies. I'm on my own team. It's the only way we're gonna win this game. That's it. I'm telling you right fucking now. I know it's uncomfortable in the beginning, and some people equate it to narcissism. No, it ain't narcissism. It's taking care of business. You first, your energy first, the kind of energy that you'll cultivate about yourself, just the way that you will show up in the world will be drastically different. Completely. Okay? And then you won't drive yourself fucking crazy no matter what happens. You're like the motherfucking Central Park oak tree, unfucking movable. All right. So in that sense, nothing is final, but nothing is final. You think your situation is final, hopeless? Crap. Bullshit. It is not. Again, provided there was no abuse involved, anything is fixable. Anything is completely 100% fixable if you allow yourself to entertain the idea that you're looking at your situation wrong. You again, I want to reemphasize, you're looking at out of the tendency of looking for like not the right shit, bad shit. You're looking for bad shit. You need to start looking for good things, and then the good things they will overwhelm the bad things and turn it into gold. I said this yesterday. um by the way, I'm going to do this during the week like this, and then Saturday face, okay? So this way, all right. So don't drive yourself so crazy with your fears that you lose sight of your dreams, okay? It's not fucking worth it. What are you really dreaming about here? Why is it that it's so difficult for you to accept it? Because it's going to come to you just natural, like you breathe the air. It's like the air that I breathe. It's so normal and natural for me to get this guy's attention. It's so normal and natural for me to receive this text. I don't have to fucking work. I don't have to deserve it. Okay? I don't have to fucking work hard at it. Of course they're fucking in love with me. Of course they fucking want me. Like, have you seen their fucking face every time they look at me? Like, some of you really don't know the power you have over your SP. And it's like you're in the process of bombarding yourself. Like, here's how I help I'm gonna give you something very personal, but I know that this will help people a lot. And actually, this is something that I've been meaning to share, but kind of like kept putting it on the back burner. Again, if you realize, like I coach a lot of intuitive people, a lot of empaths, you're not like everybody. You're just not. Okay? You think you are, but you're not. Your energy is very pure. It's very like it's a very it's a golden Buddha energy. Okay? Galore. All right. So I forgot where I was going with that. Sorry. At this point in the audio, I get to pause the phone. um oh my goodness, I totally forgot. It's okay. It'll come to me. Your golden Buddha energy is intimidating to others. Oh, here we go. Is intimidating to others. Some may react in this way. Some don't know how to handle you. Like you don't know how you come off. Essentially, you think you're this small person. You completely undervalue yourself. If you only knew the kind of power you had over this SP, like not 1 second of your day would you spend doubting. Not one. Not one what you can do to, and then you're behind the wheel. You're now behind the wheel. You're not upset about anything that comes your way in the relationship. You're reinterpreting it in your way, to your benefit, to completely benefit you in this position. And then it just turns in your favor. Okay. So maybe not exactly, okay, the way that you envisioned, maybe not exactly on your timetable, but it will happen in an even bigger way, in an even more profound way. okay? Even when you don't realize that you have oh, this is what I was gonna say. Oh my god. You see, this is what I wanted to share for my empaths. Your energy is golden. That's where I was. I'm gonna edit this out. Your energy is golden, and you need to understand how to operate essentially in the world. And this I had to do for myself. That's where I was going. I think I got nervous. This is why I got sidetracked. If you realize your brain does not work like everybody else's, and I'm speaking from experience, and I know this true to be true with a lot of people after being traumatized essentially in childhood or being taught negative things. Okay, if you can separate the noise, if you can visualize, like, I see it's like dark letters writing like nasty shit in the air, and separate it and watch it and not become it anymore, because your own energy is really pure. This is just the overlay. Don't be so intimidated by the overlay. If you're gonna start noticing how full of shit it really is, just by it's kind of like if you can imagine like a really, I don't know, gigantic newspaper, and this is your program, and you're reading that shit over and over again, and it only bad news over there, only kind of like catastrophic shit. Okay, separate yourself. You're not the newspaper. Okay, you're not. You've been conditioned by it. You absorbed it. You're very intuitive. You're very kind of like sponge-like, and this became your program. It's just a fucking program, but separate it. Like even visualize it tonight. Maybe like it's not me. It has never been me. This voice that's telling me I'm not good enough, this has never been me. Can you imagine how many years you wasted in kind of like missing out? It's just a fucking program. I can reject a program. I have the permission to do this. I have complete authority to say, no, I wanna be on my side now. I wanna think good things about me. No, I don't owe anybody an apology, and I don't feel guilty about it. So if right here, right now, I choose to rework the situation in my favor, it's good. Listen, I've erased in quotation texts, okay, that I wish I didn't send, okay, to my SP, and there was a conversation completely reworked in my favor. Okay. I literally just made a wish. I mean, by now, the way I work, it's like, I don't know, it's just under my breath. I say it and it just becomes. And then I sometimes write it out if I need to be specific about certain conditions under which it happens. But this time I didn't. I just lightheartedly wished for the conversation to be reworked into something that benefits me. There were some things I wish I didn't say. All right. So, so nothing major, but just for kicks. And then I found physical evidence of it completely. Like when I reread it, I found it on my iPad. And I reread it, I was like, holy shit, bananas. This is crazy. It was a really powerful moment. It's one of those moments in my life where I was like, holy fucking shit. Who the fuck says the manifestation is not real? I don't know, has their head up their ass. Anyway, completely reworked. So you see what I'm saying? If you start being on your team and saying, you know what, yeah, I'm learning, I'm in the earthly school, there's no fucking up here unless I'm really malicious and abusive. So I didn't do that. There's nothing wrong with me. I get to rework. I have a benevolent heart. You can say I can rework anything in my favor. Now there are ways to do it, and I do it, obviously in person, one on one, because it's what your mind will accept. But it has to be that it's in your favor. And it has to become believable because that's the actual truth. Here's the other thing that really kind of profoundly, intuitively, you gravitate towards the truth. Like truth resonates differently than lies, right? It just rings in a different kind of tonality. So when you feel good, that's the truth of your life. That's actually, it's closer to the golden Buddha status, the golden Buddha timeline that you came here to live out. When there are lies being told to you, it's a whole other horrible feeling, in my opinion, because I can feel it like even like physically when somebody lies to me, you know, it's like, Oh my god, like, I'm ashamed for people sometimes, like, please. Um, you've been lying to yourself your whole entire life. So whenever you're in doubt, how am I feeling right now? If how I'm feeling right now it does not feel good, it holds no truth. It's not reality. It's not truth. Your higher self makes you feel so horrible to tell you not only are you out of alignment, but that is not the truth of the situation at all. You're off track completely. Okay, let me check my notes. 1 second, please. Sorry, I got so sidetracked there for a second. Too many downloads at once. um, I will talk about the third party another time. I want to save this note for later. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, I think a dosage of um believing the impossible in quotations is possible. You know, when you really feel bad about, I know, your instinct is to still feel bad, no matter how many times I say it. Which is why coaching is recommended. I mean, not for nothing, it's true story. Okay. Um, but when you allow yourself to believe that the so-called impossible is very much possible for you, yes, for you, and that once you get to override the system, so to speak, by producing physical evidence again. Okay, and showing yourself that your energy is godlike. All right, you don't need to fucking struggle. You don't need to fucking try hard. Even if it looks like shit show, you can very elegantly maneuver the whole situation in your favor without losing sleep, crying, melting ice cream on all of that shit is for wannabes. Let me tell you this right now. Okay, you have so much fucking power you're not aware of right now that you might be again misusing against yourself. But if you really allow yourself to dream big and to stick to your dreams and like really just open that door, like why meditation is so powerful because hopefully you achieve that state where your mind is open. Just it's wide open for fresh new energy to pour in. It's the same way when you allow new ideas to ruminate. It's like it's a shower of brand new energy coming through, and all of a sudden the so-called impossible, because you allowed yourself to entertain something different than what you have usually on the program, so to speak. um the so-called miracles happen just because you started entertaining a completely different timeline. Okay. Now, again, I just want to stress for the gazillionth time. It has nothing to do with not being accountable for shit you've done. Okay, I'm gonna be super blunt. Nothing to do with if you really did somebody wrong that you won't be accountable for that. You will be. I mean, I told you yesterday, karma is real. But that your interpretation of it is against yourself, therefore not true. You owe this reconsideration to your own self because your whole entire life you may have been working against yourself. Okay? That's just the reality. You are magnifying the worst parts and you completely losing the big picture, which is phenomenal. And if you just look at that big picture and allow yourself to dream big, yes, about this relationship that you think is completely unsalvageable right now, I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing to you, okay, that your so-called impossible will be your every fucking day life. Okay, it will be completely unfathomable to you how the shit turned around. Chupa-choo, chupa-choo, chupa-choo. All you had to do is let go of your fucking self-criticism and allow yourself to dream. Why not you? What's so wrong with you? Absolutely nothing. Like I said, 99% of my clients are adorable fucking people pleasers galore, and this is why they're having problems. There's nothing wrong with you. You did not fuck up. Let up on yourself, okay? Start seeing the beauty in you so that the world can see the beauty in you too. Okay? So you did not fuck up. The title was provocative on purpose. It's how you talk to yourself. Okay. The minute you change your mind about yourself, In that minute, their mind is changed, their energy towards you is changed. You don't have to run around, prove anything, or chase anybody. You can do it like an intelligent lady or an intelligent gentleman. All right. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoy this, and big thumbs up if you do. And again, if you'd like to be in my coaching, you need to book the 1 hour session first. And communicate with me about your availability, and please sign the coaching agreement right after booking. All right. And the steps to coaching I already explained. You can listen in the beginning, but essentially, the signature coaching package is the way to go, the way I start anybody in my coaching, with very rare exceptions, almost non existent, because this is what will ultimately help you again to achieve the most results if you follow along with my guidance, um in the least period of time, provided you're focused, you're determined, and you're ready for it. Sometimes people are just not, and that's okay, but if you're really ready to rock and roll and really do the best transformation and quantum leap, you know where to find me. All right, guys. So I don't know if I'll go live tomorrow. I might if I'm inspired. But definitely on Saturday, I will go live with my face on. So indulge me. I'm really enjoying these like that. And yeah, really enjoying this so much. Really, really, really enjoying it. And on Saturday, yeah, I'll go live with my face on. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and rewatching. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.